Alright guys, I want to welcome you to this introduction video on iCloud. Okay, so if you've watched any of the other cloud-based document storage or creation site videos, this is going to be a lot similar. So, and if you haven't, I welcome you to this one. So what iCloud is iCloud is Apple's version of a drive in the sky. So it's a place where you can create and hold different documents for use later on. With iCloud, it also is what allows you, if you have an iPad and an iPhone and you change one, you work on a document on your iPad, and that's how it will automatically update on the one in the phone, because they're all stored in the cloud, so they're all updatable as they go. So we're going to go to the internet, and in our search bar, we're going to go to iCloud.com. iCloud.com. And you're going to get this little login screen that comes up. Now, it works with your Apple ID. Now, this can be your personal one, or if you've created one for school, whichever one you use, this is the same ID that you would use to log in. And if you don't have an Apple ID, what you need to do is you need to go and create a new tab. Once you create that new tab, you'll need to go to the address bar. You'll need to type apple.com. This is going to take us to Apple's website, and we're going to go to support. Under the support page, we're going to click on Apple ID. And this just has all different other support items from Apple. Then we're going to come down to basics. And then this first topic right here, we'll do create an Apple ID. And we click on that, and then we'll be able to put in our information. Now you can do this if you don't want to use your current Apple ID for your iCloud account that you use with school, or if you don't have one. So you'll just make sure that you'll use a valid email address, because it will you will confirm through your email. Date of birth, rescue email, you don't have to put anything like that in. Anywhere that it says optional, you don't have to fill something in, but if it doesn't say optional, you do have to fill something out. And you can uncheck both those, and then you'll just type what you see in the box and click Create ID. It will send you an email to the email you put up there to register the account. And then you'll be able to come back, and we go back, and then we'll put in our email address. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Then type in my password. Alright, and it's automatically going to go ahead and log in, and this is the home page for iCloud. Now, in iCloud, we're going to have access to our mail. So if you have, that is the iCloud mail. So if you have an email account that's at iCloud.com, this is where you can go to check that mail. Contacts, your calendar, notes, reminders, Find My iPhone, and then we have all three of the iWork apps: Pages, Numbers, and Keynote. So for example, let's go ahead and look at the calendar. So if I go ahead and go to iCloud.com and I click on calendar, it's going to go ahead and bring up my iCloud calendars. Now, if you've ever been in iCal before, you'll know that there's different sections. You can have one that's attached to whatever email you have, ones you create on that computer, and a lot of those are saved to iCloud. So you can see I have a meeting on Friday, and it kind of goes along. So the cool thing about what iCloud does for you is it allows that access to a lot of the things that you would normally use if for some reason you don't have your iPhone with you, or your iPad cannot connect to a certain internet. You can still get to the documents that you would like using iCloud.com. So if I want to go back out of an app, I'm going to go over to my name. I'm going to come over here to where it says calendar, and I'm going to click on calendar. It should give me a little drop down menu of all the different places I can go. So I can go back to the home page. It's going to take me back to the home page, but let's look at Keynote. So if I click on Keynote, what it's going to do is it's going to open up a version of Keynote that's in the cloud. Now, if you've ever worked on a Mac computer, you'll know that you can either save to the cloud or you can save to the computer. If you save to the cloud, it's going to jump it all up here. And if something like this comes up, don't worry about it. Just go ahead and click OK. And you can kind of see all these coaching tips come up right away. So I've got learn more about Keynote, all that. I can create a new presentation, and this is just what I was talking about. Changes automatically appear up here no matter where you can do it. And you can even upload a PowerPoint from the desktop of the computer that you're working on. Just drag it in here, and it will auto-create it into a Keynote application. So I'm going to go just hide the coaching tips really quick. And so we can see here that I can kind of go into whichever one I want. Let's say I'm going to go into this Apple TV one. And it's going to open up in a new window. Now, if you ever use Google Docs will usually just create it in a new tab. iCloud, they decided to work in a new window. So as this loads up, it's going to load all of my transitions and everything that I have created in this Keynote as I go along. Then I can come down here, and let's say I want to get down here into my Sammer model. And, I didn't really like this doorway effect. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to pick, just go ahead and pick the revolving door. And then let's want it on click. Okay, awesome. Now, just like in Google Docs or in OneDrive, it will autosave for you. So I don't have to worry about clicking save or doing anything like that. But what I can do is you can see I can share right here. This is the same settings. You'll notice a lot of the symbols are exactly the same as they would be on your iPad or your iPhone or on the Keynote app on the Mac. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and you can see it jumped up to the top because it's the last modified, and that's how they organize theirs. And I can also create a new one if I would like. Now, if I want to just jump straight over to Pages, I'm going to hit Keynote. Oh, let's actually go to Reminders. I need to check to see what my reminders are. And so I can see what my reminders are. Now I've got one sitting up here, and I need to remember what to do with dead computers. I need to find out the procedure for that. So it's a great way to always have access to those things that you set up either on your iPhone or on your iPad, wherever you go, at home. And this works on, as you can see, it works on a PC. You can also work it on a Mac. So it's a great thing to use. Now, iCloud.com doesn't really work on the Apple-based tablets or the Apple phones, the iPhones. Due to that, it automatically updates within that app. But it should work within Android tablets if you have one of those yourself. All right, guys, as we go back to home, that's our kind of quick overview and introduction to iCloud. And once again, I thank you guys for watching this quick little introduction to iCloud. Hope you enjoyed it.